What's going on, Aquarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. Especially all these planetary stuff that's happening there. I tell you, it's been a week for sure. And for those of you who are returning, glad you made it, and welcome back. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Aquarius, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. I'm not sure what I've been doing with my arms here. This dance moves have been feeling like a little all over the place, but it's fine, Aquarius. Because with this weekly spread, good thing I'm not here to dance for you. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, I know I've been going for this dramatic effect lately. Let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. That's aggressive. Just great energy all around here, Aquarius. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. And I'll tell you what, Aquarius, this is the first deck that I actually ever pulled some tarot cards from. So this has been it's been fun working with this deck so far. So, all right, but before we get into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Thank you. And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Aquarius. I think you like them. Very intuitive group. I really enjoy them. Let's go ahead and get into your first card here. Interesting. So you have the fourth card of Leo's, which is family card. And with this card of loyalty, faithful, allegiance, parents, children, siblings, fidelity, commitment, trust, affection, support system, origins, tribe, dependable, sincere, and kindred spirits. And energy that's coming through here, Aquarius, is the dependable. And I feel like with you being a sign of networking, I feel like being able to have those that you can, it's a mix that I'm getting here. I feel like for some, I feel like we're questioning like maybe how dependable maybe our friends or maybe family, maybe even loved one, or just like even like just soul tribe. Maybe even there's a group. There's just like this. Do we have that dependability? Like when the going gets tough, like can we count on this, and I feel like there is this, because when I think about Leo energy and just really kind of fixed signs in general, I do feel like there is this, but more so kind of Leo in particular, I feel like Leo of the fixed signs, Leo and Scorpio really kind of tie, I feel like, for as far as like loyalty goes in a sense, but I do feel like there's this question of just like, I'm almost getting like a 10 of cups with this type of energy, just kind of evaluating this, because maybe we've been in this energy, maybe we've been let down as of late, or even on the flip side, maybe we've been wanting to be more dependable for those in our soul tribe there, Aquarius, because you are kind of like, I feel like your sign is one that tends to like link others together in a sense, and that's interesting because that's your opposite sign too. And I was actually thinking about this because I was reading something about Libra, and it made me think about you because the sun falls in Libra, the energy gets weak in there, but the sun is in detriment in your sign, so considering that it's opposite Leo. And they had mentioned this energy of, or in this thing that I was reading, that Libras being a sign of like one-on-one relationships and things, that they tend to have troubles kind of finding themselves, outside of others. And I feel like someone, being a sign that deals, it's not that you don't know yourself, Aquarius, but I feel like it's, being a sign that is about the groups and the collective and things. It's just like that. it was just something just kind of made me to sort of think about that as well. So like defining who we are and who we can kind of count on and things along those lines. But let me get some tarot on this and get some details. All right, thank you. Let's see what's going on here, Aquarius. Fascinating. I tell you what. There has seriously, you're the last, you know how this goes. You're the last sign that I do before I start over with Leo, oddly enough. And Paul has been popping up literally almost, I want to say it almost every reading. Because you got Paul here, Pisces, the moon card, and then you have the Nine of Knives, and that's interesting too. I like that it popped up with the Eight of Baskets. Because then you got the Nine of Knives in upright, and then you have the Eight of Baskets and the Ten of Sticks in reverse. And the reason I talk about the Eight of Baskets, because one, this is Saturn in Pisces. This is your ruler. Well, one of your rulers in Pisces. And, you know, right now, and that's interesting too. I hadn't actually thought about that. You know, considering when I think about Pisces energy sometimes, you know, when they're considering that, you know, depending on who you ask, you know, I'd like to think that you, Scorpio, and Pisces are cool enough to have two rulers. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. And I'm more so thinking about the Neptune aspect because Neptune doesn't have any boundaries. And I feel that when we're thinking about that dependable energy, we want to, because I feel like there's this energy of having trouble of walking away from something with the Eight of Baskets being here. This is a card of being letting go of things that no longer fill up your cups in a sense, or in this sense, filling up your baskets. And it feels that there is this almost kind of murkiness when it comes with Paul here, when it comes with the moon. And I feel like it's like we want to be, it's like we kind of want these energies of, not necessarily that you're looking to be guided in a sense, but it's like having those the energies that where you can count on to like to talk with or to kind of share your like anxieties and fears and thoughts and things, like with the Nine of Knives here, because we all have them, Aquarius, you know, and like just to alleviate those kind of burdens off of your back there so that this journey doesn't feel quite as heavy here. And yeah, this is something that we can be questioning, you know, whether this has been, you know, people around us or maybe it's been, you know, you, Aquarius. It just depends, you know, take it as it resonates. But I do feel that there is this, it's almost like there's this, because the moon is a very mysterious, Paul is a very mysterious type of energy, you know, it can lead to this kind of illusions and things along those lines. But let me get a little bit more on Paul. Oh, you messed that together. Okay. And this could even be too, Aquarius, if this doesn't have to, if this doesn't have to deal with people, maybe this could even be like a, like I was saying, even like maybe even like a work family, for example, or maybe it's like, you know, like we've been loyal to this thing for a while here with the Eight of Baskets here. Let me see what's going on here. Interesting, very interesting. All right, and I like that that popped up, huh? So you have the five of coin, or excuse me, five of sticks, and then Aunt Caroline here, the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy upright, one of Pisces, and Father Sims here, ruler, and then you got Father Sims Sagittarius energy, and then the Ace of Coins upright here, and yeah, I feel like if there's this sort of if there's been this conflicting energy here as of late, or something along those lines that's been keeping you from achieving balance, and from manifesting your whatever it is that you may be trying to invest in. Maybe there's because that's sort of what I was kind of feeling too. It's like maybe we're not able to find like a dependable place to. It's like what I'm getting is like a lack of security in a sense, and whatever this is, and it's just like we're trying to find this place of harmony with this with Father Sims being here, but with the five of sticks, this is an energy that is one where the energy is not meant to just keep you in conflict. When we feel that tension is to try to get you unstuck. It's like it's the universe trying to push you in the direction that so that you can manifest this abundance and really start to get you brainstorming. But there's just some things here that I feel with the Eight of Baskets that we're having troubles kind of walking away from. So all right, I think I'm going to leave that there, Aquarius. So there's something to think about there. Alrighty. Let's get to your next card here. Interesting. All right. Yeah, thank you. All right, so you have the third card of Cancers, which is the constellation card. And I like that this pops up for you because I always think of you as because we consider you the star card in the deck. It's like you're part building these constellations here. But this is a card of network, support, associates, gathered, meetings, socialize, organization, arrangement, a collection, exchange of data, influence, in connection with, and a large amount or quantity. An energy that's coming through here is the influence. And so I feel like one thing to kind of think about with this influence in a sense, I almost feel like that because maybe even for some it's like we might be kind of working on this some sort of like what am I trying to get, like let's say if we're working on for a business, for example, and I feel like that it's just like you're trying to, well, no, that's not the quite example that I'm looking for. Well, sort of. Let's say it's like we're trying to work on a business here, and we're trying to build up our influence. It's just like, and just going back to that dependable energy, I feel like it's one, how dependable are we just like as an individual, and then I feel like it's thinking about too the team that you have around you, the constellations that are or the stars that are forming this constellation, and is everyone bringing this sense of kind of brightness in a way, is sort of like what I'm getting with this. But another kind of energy here is I'm thinking of influence almost like in the terms of like manipulation in a way, of just like how much, because just, and this is where I was trying to describe with like that, how I was thinking about when I was talking about that energy with the sun being in detriment in your sign. How is it that we not get lost in the influence of others in a sense and lose ourselves in that sort of environment, keeping that balance of that individual, even though you still are a sign of the collective, if that makes sense. It's kind of, I hope that makes sense. It's really kind of a complex thought that I'm trying to think, or that I'm trying to get out there. But let me get some tarot on this and get some more details here. Because it almost kind of reminds me of sort of like the Queen of Cups in like the Thoth deck, because she's like impressionable. All right, Empress, but she's impressionable by the energies of the cards around her, And that's almost what this kind of even feels like too. Have there's been something that's been like influencing our decisions as of late? Is this a dependable energy here? But yeah, let me get the rest of your cards here before I get into that. Thank you. All right, so you have the big queen, the empress, the 10 of coins, and then the 3 of sticks in reverse. And then we have the 9 of baskets upright here, Aquarius. And I feel like with this, I do feel that there is, because the 10 of coins can be like a card of security, and like instability. And if something hasn't been, I'm feeling like for some it's just like if we've been trying to manifest this dream, for example, this because you got a lot of abundant cards here with the big queen and Caroline, 9 of coins, even 10 of coins, or sorry, 10 of coins, and the ace of coins here. So a lot of abundant energy that's coming through here. So let's say we've been trying to, it's like we're trying to manifest something here, but it's just like there's this wish that we're making with the 9 of baskets here. It's like you see how those all these baskets have different things in them, and it's just like, are any of these things that we're investing in, are they really dependable? You know what I mean? Is it really feel not just providing the security, but also filling up your cups and bringing about this state of abundance? Or has it been more so kind of this 9 of knives energy where there's been this anxiety, this stress, this fear, whatever that may be looking like? And because I feel like when we find that thing that has that groove, it's not that there aren't challenges, but when things really start becoming burdensome in a way, there's a question of not necessarily the thing you're trying to manifest, but maybe even the ways that we might be going about achieving this thing as well. Because with the 3 of sticks, I feel like that, it's thinking about that long journey and almost like that mode of transportation that you want to go through. Because usually there's like a plane, a ship, kind of flying through, going through in the background as this person's looking on the horizon. It's just like, how are we going to get to the stars in a sense? Again, make this wish fulfillment here. But I'm even kind of getting like this sort of like 5 of coins energy, and it's just like it's like in the like that kind of like that lack mentality in a way. And it's just like being careful about how your thoughts and things can kind of influence your abundance as well. You know what I mean? Because the big queen, the empress, is all about, she's the type that can see the abundance in all things, and really appreciates the gifts that she does have. It's about that giving and receiving energy, that 6 of pentacles. And but I still am kind of getting too, there's just like, just when we're thinking about that 5 of sticks here, I do feel there is something here that may be kind of leeching from that. I'm not quite sure what that is, but something we're having troubles, like again with the 8 of baskets, kind of walking away from. And this could be, like that, or like a mentality, or even like a certain feeling that hmm all right, Aquarius, but I think I'm gonna leave that there. That's interesting energy coming through. Now let's get to your last oracle card. And your other ruler, Uranus, is in Taurus. It's been in Taurus for a while, but it'll be in Taurus for the next couple of years. And Uranus brings about that change, and especially when he's in such a stable sign as Taurus. He, that's kind of hard when you're bringing that type of energy in in their house, but it's meant not meant to. It's meant to get you seeing where just things aren't feeling as solid as they were, and what's affecting your abundance, and how we can change that. Whether that's with everything with like where food prices is, maybe we're starting to invest in more kind of bulk things, or maybe even starting up our own kind of like gardening, our own type of stuff. My stepdad actually started doing some gardening. He's got a green thumb like I wouldn't believe, but yeah, just like even little things like that, or even like different types of investment styles possibly, or whatever that may be looking like, Aquarius. So just something to think about there. But let's get your last card here. And I like that. So you got the fifth card of Leo's here, which is the Dynamite card. And with this card, this is the card of excitement, passion, action, suspense, destroy, powder keg, fantastic, energetic, breakup, catalyst for change, explosive, short fuse, firecracker, blast, sudden, unexpected, and fast. Interesting. So I'm getting a couple energies here, Aquarius. So you got the action and then the catalyst for change here. And that definitely gives me kind of like this tower in reverse type of energy. And I like that when the tower's in reverse, because that's you taking action, you being the catalyst for change and whatever that's looking like. So if we've been around energies that haven't been dependable, and however that's been manifesting, or if there have been certain influences that have been affecting your abundance, it's just like, how can we, what kind of shock or kind of tower or moves do we need to make in order to lessen that burden, to really, because I feel like that and this is actually kind of pretty perfect here, because when I think about the relationship between like the Emperor and the Empress, sure, they're divine counterparts, but I like to think of the Tower and the Empress as divine counterparts, because the Tower is Mars energy, big queen, Empress being Venus. I feel like because the Empress is in reverse is because that the Tower really hasn't had a chance to go through yet and just in essentially destroy these areas that have been influencing you in a lower vibration, or have not been as dependable. And it's meant to break those stuff down so that the Empress can do that really good work and work with this fertile land, as opposed to, it's kind of hard to plant a garden when you're doing it through concrete. And it's just like the Towers needing to break that energy up and break that foundation, crack that stuff that may have solidified, so that new stuff can grow and new abundance can prosper, and we can really get this cycle type of moving. So because I feel like here it's like, it's not that, when I see like, cards like, especially like abundant cards in reverse, it's not that it's not coming to you, it's just like the abundance is around. It's just like that, it's like the mode of operation, there's just some minor shifts that I feel like that need to be made in order to really get those things back harmonizing there, Aquarius. But get some tarot on this. Thank you. All right, last little bit here. So you have the Three of Knives, the Four of Sticks, the Son of Baskets, and then Dr. Buzzard, the Justice card, Libra in reverse, and then you have the Mother of Knives upright, also Libra energy here. And let's switch back over here. And that's interesting, all this Libra energy popping up here, because where the Sun and Mercury's at, and I think those are only two things in Libra right now. Those are forming trines with your sign, and that's very fortuitous energy. That's trines. Well, trines, they can be, but it's very fast moving energy. And again, I feel like that if there's something here that's not been in balance, because you get two strong cards here of balance, both with Dr. Buzzard and Father Sims here. The Dr. Buzzard is about, excuse me, about cause and effect. And I feel like the Mother of Knives is really kind of getting that clarity. And I feel like there are things that are needing to be reflected on, that may have been, that are needed to, how do I want to put this? It's like, there's some, I feel like with the Three of Knives, there's some things that if we were to reflect on in a sense or kind of see where some healing may need to be done, we can, because the Son of Baskets being in reverse is a rather, in reverse, he's a, this immature type of energy, just kind of this emotionally unstable type. He's a very passionate one, but in reverse, it's misguided, in a sense, and I feel like if we kind of pay attention to maybe our actions and how the things, or maybe even like the actions of others, and it's like seeing where, because I might need to get a little bit more on this Four of Sticks before we get out of here, but it just feels like that there's something here where it's like we're not able to get to completion or get to this energy of celebration, or having troubles passing through this portal in a sense. But let me get a little bit more on this Four of Sticks before we close out of here, Aquarius. Interesting. Alright, so the Four of Sticks is clarified by the courting card, which is the Lovers, Gemini energy, the Strength card in reverse, that's Leo energy, and then you have the Eight of Knives in reverse. And I feel like with the Eight of Knives, if you can find a way to, especially if this is something that's been influencing our abundance, we're noticing that the stream has kind of slowed down in a way that we don't care for. Because the Eight of Knives is like getting out of your, especially being in reverse, is like getting out of your own head. And just paying attention to what's been sapping your vitality and your strength. Is this a lack of confidence? Are we not feeling like we can make the right decisions or something? Like, even because there's that influence is a weird type of energy. I'm not sure if there's this something that's saying that you, not necessarily that you can't take action, but there could be some sort of like thoughts or, because and I even feel like with the courting card, I feel like it's one of those things that maybe we've been thinking about this in, because the courting card, and again, you're in an energy of thinking about the long term with Uranus being in Taurus. Even if it's past your placements, it's still your ruler is still taking on that energy, is still influencing you, and I feel like it's thinking about those long term decisions as opposed to short term things. How, or maybe even reflecting on how our short term decision has affected us up until now, and again, what needs to change. What actions do we need to take to get this abundance on track here? So and feeling confident in our choices too, because I even feel like for some it's like we've just for some, it's like we feel like that we're not as dependable as we are, and that it's, there's something here like I'm not sure if it's like a self-esteem thing or if it's just like pride is not even quite the word I'm looking for, but I think I'm going to pull out of that, Aquarius. So just something to think about there. But because that's even, I'm just even starting even noticing that how you got the big Queen and Libras here, Jupiter, Sagittarius and Pisces are here. I don't know. It's just like even this like because and this is just some real random notes here, but it's just like the Venus and Jupiter, the great benefactor and the small benefactor, like both are abundant, but especially Jupiter. Jupiter's one is very abundant, but it's just like, what vibration are we in? That affects that abundance, because Jupiter doesn't discriminate. That Jupiter really is like probably the biggest double-edged sword of the planets, where he does give a lot, and that's a very lucky placement, wherever he's at. But it's just like how we're utilizing that energy affects that abundance. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. So just a little something to think about. But if any of that resonated with you, Aquarius, give it a thumbs up. And share this if you know someone who's been... Because it's even too, I'm not sure if it's like, if we're like looking for this level, because I didn't quite get that per se. It's like, I don't know if we're looking for influence or, you know, like looking to get just this big energy here, but yeah, just share this if you know someone who hasn't been maybe taking action or just been making like, or maybe has been undependable. Oh, yeah, we're ringing in my ear. That's interesting, but something to think about there, Aquarius. Just share that if you know someone, and then subscribe there. What do I want to call you? I don't know. Just subscribe, Aquarius. Subscribe, you star, and hit that bell button because it's like it's what am I gonna call you, Doctor Buzzard, Big Queen, Cording Card, whatever. Subscribe, Aquarius, and hit that bell button. Get notified on all these videos each week. And then, lastly, if you got any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Charity and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and it's a good old time. You can meet Rhonda. It's a whole thing. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get you the prize cards here so I can get you out of here. Got 2 of Wands here. And so that's basically what this dynamite card was talking about. You know, what actions do you want to take? You know, where's this Wheel of Fortune going? You know, because I really like. There's some I really am having troubles getting over that. Like I keep getting this message of being careful of like the energies that influence you in a way. Like, but and I really feel like, you know, just going forward, you know, it's like because with this 2 of Wands, this is a hot card. This is the hottest card of Aries. You know, this is Mars in Aries, and you know, I feel that there is this thing of just making sure we're being proactive and not reactive. You know what I mean, Aquarius, with this 2 of Sticks here, and being mindful with that energy there. But let me get your oracle card here so I can get you out of here. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Speaking of abundance, you got a lot here. Okay, we're getting a stack. Yeah, dope. Okay, so you have the Imagine card, the Y, literally just Y, Clean It Up, and a Change in the Wind. Okay, so you know, I do feel like with this, I love this Clean It Up card. This, I'm pretty sure it's an elk, but I'm calling it a moose for right now, just because I just love that word moose. But I'm almost positive, or this might even be a reindeer. Who cares? But whatever this is, we need to. I do feel like there's some things that do maybe need to get cleaned up. You know, whether this is some choices that we're making, some because I do like it's interesting. It's just like this why card is giving me this question of just like why we're doing the things that we do, you know, and not, you know, and like because there is a change that is coming here, and I feel like it's being more intentional as far as, you know, again, like why we operate the way that we do, you know, the decisions that we make. And if we're noticing that things are affecting our abundance, is, you know, the energy is just saying to clean it up a little bit. You know, let's kind of be more intentional with our thoughts and things, and imagine you at a higher vibe. Oh, I like that. Now imagine you at a higher vibration. Look at this moon. Look at this lunar shenanigan. But it's lifting you up there, Aquarius, and it's like it's imagining yourself out of higher vibration. But I do feel like there are some questions here, you know, that are needing to be asking with Paul. You know, just consult with your higher self. So I think I told Capricorn this too, that I feel that this is kind of like this grandpa here and this grandson. It's like grandpa here is your higher self, and this is talking to your inner child there, and just figuring out what happened, why are we disconnected from source? What's going on here? Because there's a, you know, because did I mention the eclipse is happening today? Depending on when you're watching this, on the 14th, there's a change in the wind. Scorpio season is right around the corner, and that's going to be a tricky one for you, Aquarius. Mars already moved into Aquarius, and so things are already going to start moving. You know, so it's not too long until the sun's moving there, and then Mercury will be there shortly thereafter. So, you know, let's start thinking about these things and the choice that we make, because otherwise, and this is not to scare you anything, but Scorpio will. It pulls that energy out from the darkness. So, All right, I think I'm gonna leave that there. Nice little end there, little abundant end. So you stay safe out there, Aquarius. You know, making reliable choices, and being a catalyst for change, and being just mindful of influences there, and you raise your vibration to the roof. Cause look at you, the moon was pulling you up. Love that. That's really cool, Aquarius. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.